December 2nd, 1993. Medellin, Colombia. The city is humid, tense, and quiet. In a nondescript middle-class house in the Los Olivos neighborhood, a heavy-set man with a thick beard is eating spaghetti. This is not just any man. This is Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, the most powerful drug lord in history. Just a few years earlier, he was listed by Forbes as the seventh richest man in the world. He controlled 80% of the global cocaine market. But today, on his 44th birthday, he is not a king. He is a fugitive, hunted by the Colombian search bloc, the American DEA, and the ruthless paramilitary group known as Los Pepis. Escobar is alone, paranoid, and running out of options. How did the man who once offered to pay off Colombia's national debt end up hiding in a plain brick row house? By late 1993, Escobar's empire was crumbling. The search bloc, a special unit of the Colombian National Police, led by Colonel Hugo Martinez, had been tracking him for months. But they weren't the only ones. A shadow group called Los Pepes, persecuted by Pablo Escobar, was systematically destroying Escobar's network, bombing his properties, and assassinating his associates. Pablo had sent his family away for protection, trying to get them asylum in Germany, but they were rejected and sent back to Bogotá. This separation was his greatest weakness. The man who bombed airplanes and government buildings was terrified for his wife and children. Isolated in his hideout, his discipline began to slip. He needed to hear their voices. Pablo knew that talking on the phone was dangerous. For years, he kept calls under 3 minutes to avoid triangulation. But on this day, his birthday, emotion took over. He called his son, Juan Pablo, who was staying at the Tequendama Hotel in Bogotá. They talked, and they kept talking. He stayed on the line for too long. In a mobile surveillance van roaming the streets of Medellin, a team of electronic technicians saw a signal spike. They had him. As Pablo discussed ordinary family matters, the search bloc narrowed down the signal to the Los Olivos neighborhood. The screen confirmed it. The king of cocaine was in a 2-story house with a palm tree in front. Colonel Martinez gave the order. Troops surrounded the block. Inside the house, Pablo was with his bodyguard, Álvaro de Jesús Agudelo, known as El Limón. Suddenly, the heavy wooden door crashed open. El Limón was the first to react, engaging the police to buy his boss time, but he was quickly neutralized. Pablo, barefoot and wearing blue jeans, grabbed his 2 9mm pistols. He didn't try to fight inside. He ran towards the back window. His only escape route was the rooftop. It was a desperate move for a man who was usually 3 steps ahead. As Escobar scrambled across the orange clay tiles, shots rang out from the street below and the surrounding buildings. He fired back, but he was exposed. A bullet hit him in the leg, another in the torso, and then the fatal shot. A bullet entered through his right ear, killing him instantly. He collapsed on the roof, his pistols lying next to his bare feet. The hunt was over. To this day, there is a debate about that final shot. Police claim it was a sniper. Escobar's family claims he committed suicide, shooting himself in the ear exactly as he had always promised he would if cornered. But the official report states, Pablo Escobar was taken down by the Colombian National Police. The news spread instantly. Pablo is dead. Cheers erupted in the police headquarters. Colonel Martinez radioed simply, Viva Colombia. Images of the officers posing with the body circulated the globe. His death marked the end of the Medellin cartel, but not the end of the drug trade. The Cali cartel quickly took over, and violence continued to plague Colombia for years. Yet for the people of Medellin, the era of car bombs and constant terror had finally paused. Pablo Escobar, the man who tried to bend a country to his will, died alone on a rooftop. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more daily documentaries